What's up, everybody? This is Richy from À la Une Sports, and you're listening to À la Une Sports podcast. This is episode 47. Today, we will be discussing on the following topics. We have the NFL Conference Championships over the weekend between the Eagles and the 49ers and the Chiefs versus the Bengals. And we will go to the NBA topics. We will discuss Joel Embiid missing out on the NBA All-Star starting job in the Eastern Conference. And we will finish with some soccer topics. We will have Chelsea winter transfers and Juventus current situations, and also the chances of Real Madrid winning any competition this year. And final segment, which is the ending segment of What's Up With That, 30 seconds. We have two guests today. We have Sebastien and we have Mike. What's going on, guys?
Yo. What's up, Richy?
What up?
Nothing much. How's your Mondays, guys?
I was sore as hell, man. As a 30-year-old, when you wake up and not stretch for the day, you're gonna feel that.
Damn, this nigga's just from not stretching.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nah, well, I went to work without stretching yesterday, and I had a rough time when I came back home.
Today was a typical fucking Monday for me, bro. I got pulled over this morning. Got a nice little speeding ticket. And yeah, they said fuck you to my happy ass weekend. So, whatever. We just gotta keep it moving.
Can't ride too high.
Can't ride too high.
Yeah,
exactly. They had to level my ass down real quick.
He was on cloud 9 with the Eagles this weekend.
Yes, sir.
But you gotta know it's the end of the month, man. They're out here, man.
Yeah.
They're out here to get you guys. So
you know what's funny? I think there's like a cop friend of ours that said like, "Yo, that's not true. Like, there's no quota.
It's a myth
for the cop, like for the cops to reach." I'm like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, man.
Watch it be like a myth that someone invented and that we had no proof of this and we just keep on saying this. Because it doesn't make any sense. Why is it towards the end of the month?
Because you notice at the end of the month there's more cops out. They're all doing everything. You'll get the ticket for the dumb shit you would have got away with in the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I see it. Like the cop looked at me and told me, "Thank you for stopping." I'm like, "Oh my God." So she didn't even expect me to stop. So I stopped. I did everything, and then she's like, "Yeah, you just printed me a ticket. Just here you go." I guess she's like, "Thank you for letting me give you a ticket." So, whatever.
All right. So we had two games this weekend, and it was the NFL Conference Championships. It started at 3, right, Sebastien?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 49ers lost against the Eagles 31-7. And later on at 6:30, there was the Chiefs and the Bengals. Chiefs won 23-20. Let's start with the first game, the 49ers and Chiefs. I mean, not 49, sorry, 49ers and Eagles. So Sebastien, I'm gonna let you take over in that for the insights, but I just wanted to note a quick notifications on the total dominance of the passing yards. 121 for Eagles versus 83 for the 49ers. Rushing yards 148 versus 81. The 49ers had 3 fumbles. First down conversion 25 for Eagles versus 11. So it was a total dominance. There was an injury early for Purdy, elbow torn UCL. But yeah, Sebastien, I'm gonna let you take over about that game. What's your reaction over this?
Yeah, first of all, it is Bird Gang. You already know how it goes. Fly Eagles fly, motherfuckers. First and foremost, excuse my cursing, whatever. But listen, I'm gonna tell you this. There's a big narrative behind it. A bunch of haters are gonna be opening their mouths talking about, we beat a team without a QB, blah blah blah, and everything. Yeah, Purdy got hurt early and everything. First of all, he was a third string QB to begin the season. First of all, RIP to the 49ers. I feel bad for them. You know what I mean? I do. You're already on your third string quarterback, and he gets hurt. So you're technically on a fourth string guy who's a vet. He's been in the league for like 10 years. I don't know how many. He's been on like freaking 10 teams. I don't know. I still don't know who he is.
So wait, Jimmy is like considered what, a second?
Jimmy was just in a t-shirt. He wasn't dressed for the game. I don't know why, because they said he was like healthy. They were even saying that if he was healthy, that Purdy would still be starting the game. Blah blah blah. So I guess they just didn't think this would happen. They just kept because Jimmy Garoppolo after the game, he said that, or I don't know if it was after the game or like today, whatever. But I saw that he said that he wishes he was actually wearing a helmet and dressed up for the game. You know what I mean? I don't know if that means that he was healthy enough to do it. He was laughing his ass off the whole game, so it's kind of ironic. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I don't feel bad, but I do. It's like just the fact that it went that way. But am I sorry? No, I'm not. I think I would have won regardless. I don't give a fuck who the fuck they had at quarterback. We would have won this game. We were just a better team. And also, the 49ers weren't known for their crazy ass offense this whole season. It's just for their defense. Number one defense. Oh, we can't do anything against that defense. The Eagles sure did. They destroyed them. It was just mentally bruising. I know it's like gut wrenching when you lose your quarterback and you lose the backup. Now your starting quarterback can't even throw the ball. Now you got your running back playing quarterback. But I don't feel bad. I don't. I'm taking my dub. I'm going to the Super Bowl. I don't give a fuck. Clearly, we don't want to see that mess going to the Super Bowl, so let the better team go. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Not that mess.
It is what it is. But it was a good game overall. I think that, we didn't have to do much, like in terms of passing. As you said, I think it was like only like 125 yards, 150 yards, whatever. Pretty pedestrian game in terms of passing. Because all we were doing was just running the ball. Hurts started running the ball himself. Even though he's hurt himself, he was still taking on hits, doing his thing. Just putting the team on his back and taking us to the promised land. That's all it is. But it was a good game overall. Well, I wish the quarterback stayed healthy throughout the whole time. But hey, not my fault. It is what it is.
You guys had a very high time of possession. What's like causing that? Like, why was your possession more than the 49ers? What would you guys be able to do better to keep the ball?
I mean, but like they weren't able to do anything better to keep the ball. Like we just talked about, like the quarterback was hurt, like he got hurt very early, and the backup came in, started moving the ball a little bit.
Yeah, but
he got hurt.
For
he got a
against their defense, for you your offense against their defense, because they have a good defense. What did you guys do? Like, was it short passes? Was it running? How did you guys keep the possessions?
It was a mix of everything. It was a lot of power running. I feel like our offensive line was doing its thing. It was mauling everyone. There's a guy who's probably going to win Defensive Player of the Year this year. His name is Joey Bosa, and he was unheard of the whole game. He was just on his ass. He was getting pancake blocked. It was just a mauling, honestly. Short passes. We didn't get a lot of deep passes going this weekend. AJ Brown Jalen Hurts threw a couple deep to him. They didn't connect or whatever, but it is what it is. They connected when they needed to the most, which I expect that to happen in the Super Bowl. Yes, we're gonna
already setting up.
There's gonna be a lot more passing yards. A lot more.
You hear that, Mike?
Yeah, I heard. I was about to ask him too. Like, how does he feel about his chances going into the Super Bowl? But here we go.
Listen. I don't want to sound crazy, right? Like, I've been humble all year. In the off season, I was asked this question. I was asked what I thought the Eagles' record was going to be. I looked at the schedule. I said, 3-4 losses max. And I said, I'm not even trying to be cocky. I'm looking at it. I thought we were going to lose against Green Bay. We destroyed Green Bay. And I'm like, I don't understand. We were undefeated for so damn long. And then we lose to Washington. I said it to him, like, we're going to lose a game we're not supposed to lose. We're going to lose a trash-ass game. And we lost to Washington. And then Jalen Hurts got hurt. And then it showed everyone, because everyone's talking like it's a system. It showed it was a beautiful season, honestly, because we saw everything. We saw Hurts balling. We saw the running game going. We saw the passing game going. We saw receivers getting involved. And then, like towards the end, Hurts got hurt. So we saw that, we can't just have anyone back here. It's not the same team. Like he makes us who we are. We are deadly as an offense because of him being
Was
back.
it one of those games you lost against Dallas, right?
Man, fuck Dallas. We're gonna lose. We lost against Dallas because we had Gardner Minshew playing. Okay.
Yeah, because Hurts wasn't here.
And it was still a close game.
Yeah.
He carved them up. He carved them up. It was like ridiculous interceptions where they like snatched the ball out of the receiver's hands, which is what caused turnovers and everything. But whatever, it don't matter. We're not gonna talk about Dallas. They fucking suck.
Yeah. Let's go back to what you. Yeah, let's go back to.
But it's just the offense is very potent. That's how I like to call it. We have so many options. I think that like a lot of the teams come into the games as like they're a running team or they're a passing team. I think we're whatever the fuck we want to be team. If we want to run the ball down your throats the whole game, we're going to do that. If we want to pass the ball, if Jalen Hurts has to pass for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns, he's going to fucking do it. You know what I mean? And our defense is solid. We have the 2 best corners in the fucking league. Like, like it shows. It shows. Like we finished with a league high 70 sacks this year. That's like fucking like probably like 30 sacks above the next team.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Like I don't want to hear shit about nobody. Like it's just like the team has been balling all year, and we're where we're supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like I've been trying to stay humble all year. And it's like the biggest game right here. This is all for like we might as well win the whole damn thing, right? Because if we don't, it's all for nothing. But
no, I think you guys had I mean, you expected a good season from you guys, but would you say like most Philly fans or the organization itself, like what's this? It's Jalen Hurts second season
as a starter, yes, and he made the playoffs last year.
Okay,
no receivers. We only had Devontae Smith.
Okay,
listen, he made the playoffs last year. We lost in the first round. We lost in the first round of the playoffs, but he made the playoffs last year. The year before that, he played like the last 4 games. And it was a horrible season, whatever. It didn't matter. Like I don't even count those games as a start for him. His first start was last year, and then this year is his second season as a full starter. And of course, the acquisitions we made in the offseason is really the difference maker. Like the players that we got, like Howie Roseman or GM, they just nailed it. They nailed it.
There's something that I see, because obviously, I mean, people that listen to the podcast, they probably know that I don't really watch the NFL anymore. I just don't. My schedule doesn't allow me to. So I'm really behind on everything in NFL. I don't really know. There was this clip about this GM talking. Well, I don't know if it was the Bills GM where he was it when he was discussing like he doesn't like he didn't want to like basically handicap himself, and like other teams are on rookie quarterback contracts. Was he referring to Philly in that situation?
He was referring to Cincinnati. He said was that he didn't want to suck enough to get someone like Jamar Chase.
Okay. Yeah, I remember I saw that.
Yeah.
And what he means by that is like, same like for like NBA also, you know what I mean? Like you got the worst record, you get a top pick.
Yep.
You know what I mean? In the NFL, there's no lottery though. So there's the order set. You got the worst record, you get a top pick. So like, teams like the Bengals, they've had some bad years to be in the position that they're in now, to be able to have Joe Burrow, to be able to have Jamar Chase. Like, you know what I mean? Like they've had terrible seasons to have those top picks. You know what I mean? So I think that's what he was referring to. But I know he's not referring to the Eagles because Jalen Hurts was a 2nd round pick.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like it's definitely not us. He's talking about the Bengals because that's who knocked him out. He's pretty upset.
It was so salty.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, good. Because I just wanted to know. But yeah, man. I mean, I didn't expect these guys to be there. I expected the Bengals. I expected the Chiefs. I probably expected a team like what's his name, Green Bay, to be a little bit better. And obviously, the good quarterback to come back, but he came back just to be a loser. Don't know why he did that, but hey,
that's some hate from a Bears fan, huh?
Listen, man, I can't even call myself a Bears fan. I just do not care about the Bears anymore, man. I can't call myself a Bears fan, but congrats, man. Congrats. It's it's you guys been getting blessed with good quarterbacks out there in Philly, man.
I mean, shit, we had one. He became horrible. Like he went from like MVP to like, what the fuck are you doing here? You know what I mean? And then like we got
Ivan Rivera saying we need a quarterback.
We paid him, and then we got. I don't know, honestly, bro. I don't know how we're here today. Like if you asked me this question like 2 years
ago, because like your team just made a jump on personnel and like players. I'm like,
we fired our coach. Like
you're not even last. Like where are you getting these players?
Yeah, man. It was just like this is our 2nd year with our coach now. Like this is like 2 years ago, you're telling me this is how it would be. I would not expect it. It's just this is a quick turnaround on a quick rebuild, and we just hit on the right pieces, like especially with the offseason acquisitions this year. And we got James Bradbury from the Giants, and he's been like literally like just the second best corner in the league, like in terms of coverage, like in terms of statistical numbers, everything. Like, you know, like we got Hassan Reddick, who was a free agent, signed. He came. No, actually, no, he came from the Panthers. He was on the Panthers last year. He's over here balling. That's who fucked up Purdy in the first play. This man is over here. His sack numbers are ridiculous. They're talking about Joey Bosa for fucking defensive player of the year. That should be him. His numbers are fucking way better than Bosa's. But yet again, they hating. We don't need all the rewards. All I want is my trophy, and that's it. You know, I can keep all the bullshit because they're probably not gonna give Jalen Hurts MVP, and we know damn well he deserves that shit too. Best record, my dog did his thing. MVP, fucking MVP, my guy, and I should be coach of the year also. But he's not even a finalist either. You see the disrespect? We want it all the way because we want the Super Bowl. That's all that matters. This is the Super Bowl.
All right, so you're going to the Super Bowl versus the Chiefs, and that was the second leg. I mean, the second matchup of the night. Chiefs versus Bengals. So Bengals lost 20. They put them 20, and the Chiefs put up 23. But I wanted to go back to that last action. It was like 14 seconds left. No, 17 seconds left, something like this, and we have this situation of where he was the linebacker or
he's one of the linebackers.
One of the linebackers, like he kind of shoves Mahomes, and then he gets a penalty. So at that time, it would have been a 50-yard conversion, right? Then it became 45.
At that time, I don't know how far it was, but it would not have been like a possible field goal.
Yeah, because the field goal was 45, and they said Mahomes ran for 5 yards, but because of the penalty, he gained an extra 5.
It gained an extra 15 yards.
15 yards.
That penalty, pushed him all the way. That penalty is what after that penalty, it put him right in field goal range, and then they just kicked it. Before that penalty, that game is most likely going to overtime. You know, because they didn't even have any more timeouts. It was just, when I saw Mahomes running, I'm like, I don't know what the hell he's even doing, because it was like he can't be running right now, which was smart. He did the right thing, try to get out of bounds, get the clock, stop the clock and everything like that. But then, they pushed him out of bounds, which was the right call. A lot of people were mad about it, but that's the right call. That's a late hit. Guy's an idiot for doing that. I feel bad for him, honestly, but that's a knucklehead move. It's a dumb play. It just cost them their season, if we're being honest. People are trying to be nice to him and saying, keep your head up. Yeah, he should keep his head up. Move on to next year.
Yeah, so that's
learn from it. Learn from it. But yes, it did cost him the game. And now there's plenty of other games. There's plenty of other times Joe Burrow shouldn't have thrown 2 interceptions. Maybe if he doesn't throw 2 interceptions, they're not even in that position. But end of the day, that's the last thing. Unfortunately for him, that's the last thing everyone.
That's what we're gonna remember. Yeah. Speaking of Joe Burrow, he had a very tough first half. How do you think they got back to the game?
I mean, honestly, I feel like the first half was kind of like tough for both teams. I feel like they were being held to field goals a little bit. Like, there was like that one drive from Kansas City, but then like they held them to a couple of field goals. Cincinnati made sure they stayed in the game. Their defense played a great game. They played a great game defensively against Patrick Mahomes, but it just came to show just how good Patrick Mahomes is, end of the day. But in that first half, it was like, but everyone expected that. So I think they had 6 points in the first half, right? That's what they finished with.
For Chiefs?
No, Bengals. Well, they had 6 points, right? Yeah. So when I saw that, I'm like, it's Joe Burrow. Second half, they're going to make adjustments, and he's going to come back and do his thing, which is what ended up happening. I always said it like from the beginning. I'm like, this is going to go down to the end. Basically, whoever has the ball in their hands last. And that's how it ended up being. But
no, actually, the first quarter was 3-0. So it's the second quarter they put up 6 points.
Yeah, that's what I said. First half.
First half. Okay, my bad. Yeah. What's your score prediction for the finals? I know you're gonna say you win and stuff like that, but what's the prediction?
I actually think it's gonna be fairly a high scoring game. You got 2 high powered offenses out there. I don't expect them to shut down Patrick Mahomes unless somehow we fuck him up and get him hurt also.
Nah,
It is what it is. Listen, there's no bounties, but hey, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope it's a great game. Honestly, I hope it's a memorable one, and I just hope that we win. I think the final score is probably going to be like something like 33-26.
Yeah, I was in the same ballpark, 30-27.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing 33 for the Eagles and 27 for, or 26 for the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a good game. I can sign up for that.
Do you think the Chiefs are deserving to be in this position?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Because I kind of agree with him, because I feel like in the first 3-4 weeks, people were saying that the Chiefs are done or something like this.
Mm-hmm.
And then just to show you, like, yeah, we're back in the finals.
I mean, after losing Tyreek Hill, like a lot of people, like in the beginning of the season, like thought that this offense would not be able to do anything, because he was the deadly threat, the speedster, the one that made the difference and was able to free up Travis Kelce so much. Travis Kelce freaking balled out all year. You know what I mean? Like even crazy, like it's ridiculous. This guy puts up crazy ass numbers. What
was Hill's injury?
Like he's not injured. He got traded. He's in Miami now. So
I forgot about
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah. So he's gone.
Completely forgot about that.
Yeah, they have like Juju Smith-Schuster, but he never really.
I don't think he played yesterday.
I don't even know. I don't even think he. All I saw was Valdez Scantling on the screen, catching every deep ball. So it's just like he made it happen with like new receivers. He's doing his thing. Like it's Patrick Mahomes. He's the best quarterback in the NFL, obviously. But
yeah, he played one. He had one reception and 7 yards.
He won't be the best quarterback on the field next in a couple weeks right here at Super Bowl though. You know what I mean?
When's the final?
You heard that, Mike?
Yeah, I heard.
2 weeks from now. 2 weeks from now, on the 11th, I believe. Yeah,
I got you guys. Give me 1 second.
Well,
you heard him, Mike.
I think I should be off to watch. I'll probably do a little something.
Yeah, it's on Sunday, February 12th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern time. Where is it? Where is it located? Where's the Super Bowl located?
It's in Arizona. Yeah, it's in Arizona this year.
Arizona. All right.
The most boring place on earth.
I think that's a good way to move on to the next topic.
Okay.
All right. So the next one, we're gonna move to the next topic. We're gonna go to the NBA. I think it's a good topic. Mike picked it. Embiid not a starter for the 2023 NBA All-Star. So, Mike, I want you to start with this one because, like, you had that topic. You probably had some stuff to say about it.
I gave
you the floor.
I mean, overall, I'm just a little bit confused. I mean, maybe, our friend Sebastien here, a Philly fan, Eagles fan. Well, not a Philly fan, an Eagles fan, I would say. Just basically,
you don't care about Philly.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn about the system.
An Eagles fan, I should clarify. But he brought up a bunch of points about, like, maybe his coach being disrespected, a player on the defensive side being disrespected. Maybe it's just something about Philly right now, like that the city is just being disrespected. Because, like, I mean, like you brought up pre-recording, like it doesn't make sense that the most dominant center in the league being in every single conversation associated with the Joker, Nikola Jokic, who is quote unquote on course for a third straight MVP. If he wins it, like I said, I'll probably become a serial killer or something. Like I'll probably I'm gonna do something.
Hey, yo,
facts though. Facts. That's some bullshit for real.
And then he's not an all-star starter, and it sucks that the fan voting. There's this fan voting situation. But
it affected Embiid.
But the other thing is that I don't really understand. Like, there's ways to mitigate that. I don't remember why they transitioned away from like the no center thing, but maybe because it was like there were so many forwards that were dominating and they were not getting the nod. But when you're looking at the five starters for the Eastern Conference, it's like, yeah, is Donovan Mitchell deserving to be an all-star starter? Yes. Is Kyrie Irving deserving to be an all-star starter? Fuck no. I don't care. He missed way too many games. Like, if he has to be an all-star,
yes,
let let a coach let a coach name him an all-star. Let a coach name him as an all-star. He's not deserving to be an all-star. He missed way too many games. I don't care if it was fair or unfair. He missed too many games, like, to be an all-star starter.
Yeah, but that's not who Embiid is gonna take his spot, because he's a guard, so he's not even part of this conversation.
I mean, I know, but
I think he's probably talking about if it was like positionless or
because
that's a handpick.
Because the whole thing about, like, people bringing up the argument of, like, hey, they just should make it positionless, but I don't think that solves the issue.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think maybe going back to like one designated center for the all-star starters, maybe that's gonna fix the issue. But then we're probably gonna go through a drought of, like, there are no good centers in the league again, and everybody's gonna be like, yo, we got like 17 forwards that are not an all-star starter because of that. Like, why would we have centers when most teams play small ball anyways? Like, so I don't know. Like, I felt like there's like maybe a way to fix that, because I don't like the fact that a coach has to name Joel Embiid as a reserve to make the all-star team. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
What do you mean?
They will name him because
he's going to be an all-star regardless. It's just not a starter.
But that's the thing, though. Like,
I think he had more impact this year than anyone in that list on those 5 guys. To me.
Like, he's the second.
The stats proves it.
He's the second. He's the second best scorer in the league.
I think he's the best scorer right now.
What forward are y'all like really like removing from the list? Like, who made?
That's the problem, and that's the problem that I'm looking at. Because, like, when you're looking at the starting lineup, you're like, oh, okay, it makes sense that Joel Embiid is not a starter because you have Kevin Durant, you have Jason
Giannis.
Tatum, and you have Giannis. Obviously, these guys are all stars. But when I'm looking at the rest, it's like, okay, Donovan Mitchell and Kyrie Irving, you're like, oh man, you know what? That kind of sucks, man. Like, that Joel Embiid can't make the starting lineup over some of those guys. Like you said, he's gonna be an all-star regardless. JT, KD, like, these guys would be all-stars regardless, but are they, like, outside of JT, is Kevin Durant in the MVP conversation? Maybe, but is he in the same? Maybe.
I mean, he is.
Exactly. I'm saying maybe, but is it in the same? It is the same degree as Joel Embiid.
I'm gonna tell you what the solution should be, right? And I told y'all this the second it came out. Like, for example, this whole starting thing, right? It doesn't even matter, East and West, doesn't matter, right? I think after something like this happens, it should be like, okay, well, the NBA puts themselves together and they kick whoever is not deserving out and put the most deserving in. That's how it should be done.
What do you mean?
Zion should not be starting on the other side.
Because
it's not gonna matter. It's not gonna matter, right?
But how would you determine that, though? Who's not deserving?
Why? Okay, so first of all, you just said that you don't think Kyrie deserves to be a starter because he missed too many games. Isn't that the case for Zion?
Because that's my opinion. Exactly. Like, but it's an opinion at the end of the day.
How many games did Kyrie miss? I didn't think he missed that many games this year. I feel like he's been here for most.
Well, I think
they locked
17. I think Kyrie Irving missed 12, if I'm not mistaken.
So far this year from injury?
Yeah. No, not from injury.
They locked him up.
Yeah, he was locked out. Like, I think he missed 8 games that way, and then the other 3 or 4, I think, was through knickknacks.
Okay. Well, point is, he's been here and he's been balling when he has been here. He's a showman, and his numbers are up there too, right? So, like,
I was this close to tweet some random thing when he was balling out the other day, but I'm like, yo, if any one of you guys see this, you guys gonna kill me. So I'm like, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I'm not saying it.
You want to say you want him in the Knicks jersey?
Nah, that's not even it. That's why I said I was almost ready to press tweet, and I'm like, nah, I don't want the heat. You know the meme when they have like the guy with the knife?
Yeah,
like, it was one of those situations. I'm like, I don't want the heat right now. I'll say it one day, but not now.
I think Zion is the least deserving out of all 10 names.
Yeah, Kyrie missed 11 games.
Listen, guys.
11 games, bro. That's not bad.
Embiid is last year he was second in MVP.
Which he should have won, by the way. He should have won.
Yeah. Okay. But this year, guess what? He's gonna finish second. I know it already. Bro. But
I think record
how does that not transition into being in a starting position? I got some stats, but I'll let you guys finish first.
No. Go ahead.
I think record matters too, though. No, like
but they're second.
Yeah, but Denver is first.
No, Denver's in the West. They have nothing to do with it.
You're just talking about MVP. My fault.
No. I was saying that how does the second guy that comes up in the MVP list doesn't make the All-Star in a different? He's not in the West. So Jokic is in the West. He's the only center there, and then Embiid is on the East. How does he not make it?
Like, do you guys remember
November 12th? Oh,
yeah.
My fault.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say November 12th.
He looked like he was about to spit. Go ahead.
Listen, November 12th. This guy had 42 points, 12 rebounds against the Hawks. He comes back the next day, put up 59 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. They said that those 2 games, 101 points, 21 rebounds, 14 assists, 9 blocks in 24 hours. They have not seen that since Chamberlain. When they put you in those kind of category, you know already. Everybody knows already. Embiid is the most dominant center, the most complete center in the league.
Who you taking out, Rich? That's the question. Who you taking out?
I'm taking out Giannis. I don't care. He has more impact than any of them in the forwards right now.
So you're saying that Giannis doesn't deserve to be a starter? That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. You can't just take out Giannis or KD.
He's captain. He's captain. He's capitano. Like he's the number one here. You can't tell him shit. He's number one.
So you see why
that's what I'm saying. It's kind of weird to say take out Giannis or KD. It's weird.
It's weird. That's why I was like looking at Donovan Mitchell, and I'm
but like, now if you look at Donovan Mitchell,
dropped. Then he dropped what 50 the other day. How many?
He dropped 70.
If there's no position, if there's no position, they would take out. Donovan Mitchell would have been the one out for Embiid, bro, for sure. If there was no position.
Let a coach named Donovan Mitchell a starter, bro. Like Jason Tatum could do. Jason Tatum could do his job. But yeah, go keep on going with the stats, Rich.
Giannis can do his job.
Nah, Giannis can't shoot the 3 like that.
Yeah, you don't even shoot the 3. You got KD. You got KD on your roster. What are you talking about him shooting 3? You got KD and Kyrie.
What's the rest of the stats, Rich?
Oh no, I was saying that they were comparing Embiid and Jokic on the ESPN. They said while Jokic is nearly averaging triple-double with 25 points, 11 rebounds, and 9 assists, Embiid has on his repertoire, he has 33 points, 33.4 points per game, 9.8 rebounds, and 4.1 assists per game. That's crazy, bro. So they were counting everything like that Jokic was doing in Embiid. It just shows me if you're counting everything and you're comparing Jokic and you're picking Embiid, that means Embiid is gonna be the one going front to front with Jokic for the MVP. How does that still doesn't make the NBA stupid All-Star game?
Do you guys remember why they changed the format though? Because I can't remember if it was because of there was just a drought, because most teams were going small because of what Golden State.
Because you had guys like DeAndre Jordan in the All-Star games.
Yeah. So and there was a lack of quality big men.
And Rudy Gobert going to the All-Star game.
So that's why I'm like, maybe this is
Embiid, bro.
That's what sucks. Like if we go back to the one designated center, then we kind of lose this good moment of having.
I like the format that it's in now.
It's all right.
It's good right now. Honestly, I think they should be able to just remove someone because it's East and West doesn't fucking matter. It's whoever gets the top 10, like the top 10 most votes. That's who should be the starters, where no matter what conference they're in. And then if they keep the voting the way it is now, East and West, at the end of the day, remove whoever's the least deserving. Like I said, Zion should not be in the fucking All-Star starting. That's it. It is what it is. He should not be there.
I mean,
take his spot.
It's the marketing. It's the marketing, man. Joel needs
By the way, he's actually the most dominant ISO player in the league.
Who, Zion?
No, Embiid.
Oh, I'm about to say
Zion for. What are you talking about?
Like, okay, I don't give a damn.
No disrespect to Zion. I'm just saying, like, I'm just giving you more stats. I got more stats.
It's the marketing, man. Like, you know,
he's the player that draws the most defensive attention.
It's just Twitter, bro.
And you can find anyone you can find Harden. You can find.
You remember how?
My
bad for cutting you off.
No, you good.
You remember how Twitter catapulted Stephen Curry to be the only unanimous MVP in NBA history? Like, you know, it's just
that nigga deserved. That nigga deserved.
He deserved it.
Yeah.
Obviously he deserved it. But it's the Twitter machine, man.
LeBron would have got anonymous MVP also if it wasn't
for a hater.
If it wasn't for a hater, there was like a single individual hater who made him not the anonymous MVP. So,
oh my god,
it's unreal how these people have so much power, huh? They literally fucking change. They make history.
Why wasn't the LeBron thing, man? I know like LeBron been getting a lot of jokes on Twitter over the last couple of days because they're saying like, yo, he's overreacting and all that stuff. I'm not gonna cap, man. If I've spent like the last 2 weeks losing a whole bunch of games that I'm supposed to win because the refs are just screwing me with no Vaseline, I'd be acting that way too, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, they're lucky that I think it's still like bottled in. Honestly, like it's like kind of like slipped out a little bit, but like. I'm surprised he ain't swung at one of them yet. Honestly,
my man was going through it, yo. It's like,
hey yo. Listen. I always talk shit about the man, right? I always talk shit about this motherfucker Patrick Beverley, but I gotta give him his props.
For the camera thing.
What is it? I saw someone on Twitter said this was like the best tech of all time. Yeah. Like all-time tech. That's what it was right here. Like it's like, yo,
wow.
But this just been a reflection of what's been going on with the refs. The same thing happened to Fox versus the Lakers in early January, and Fox was pissed off and the Lakers won. It's just a reflection of what the refs has been doing. I've been seeing this thing for most of the games. It's not specifically like LeBron and the Lakers. Like, it's just the refs are so horrible. But this one was just crazy. Like there was a ref right under the Vaseline. And what are you doing?
Listen, Richie, it's not just this one that was outrageous. Like, especially when you're seeing him like the last like it's 4 out of the last 5 games, right? Like the one on Russ when they grabbed his arm, that was outrageous, bro. They literally grabbed his arm. It was outrageous. There was only one. I think it was like a 3. I think it was Kendrick Nunn who was shooting that one. I didn't think that mattered.
You said that mattered.
Nah, he wasn't going to hit anyways. It didn't matter. But fucking the other ones, like especially the one on LeBron, bro. Yo,
that's crazy.
How are you a ref and you're looking at the GOAT and telling him that he just blew a layup?
Like he didn't even touch the rim, bro.
How are you telling LeBron James that he just blew a layup like that?
It's crazy. Dog. It's crazy out there.
Like smacked his arm out, right?
I know he hurt the arm smack.
He heard it, bro. They show pictures today how his family is like Celtics fans.
Like the ref.
They said they gotta check his FanDuel account.
What's the guy that used to fix some games, like the ref?
Tim Donaghy.
I think he said something about he's like, yo, I fixed the game, but this was horrible. Like he said something. He was like, yo, you wilding, bro.
Oh man. Yeah.
They're horrible.
I mean, we just got to gear up for the playoffs because we're gonna be seeing some terrible refereeing. And the thing is that they added an extra referee, bro. They added an extra referee, and they're just missing like.
It's horrible there. There was another one that Scotty Barnes had his arm and RJ Barrett final play. I'm like, come on, it's just bad.
That's like universal.
And they keep doing this at the end of the games. Like, stop doing at the end of the games. Like,
they don't call shit at the end of the game. At the end of the game, you can literally just tackle somebody and they won't say shit. Like they don't say nothing at the end of the game.
And I feel like I think the referee committee or whatever it is, they tweeted out an apology or whatever, like that's gonna change anything. But what's crazy is like, there's the reviewing rule that they have that they could use to their advantage, but they don't want to like use it as a crutch because they want to be sure that they're making the right decisions at all times. But it's like, in that situation, but blow the fucking whistle and go back to the camera to review if you got it right or wrong, man. Like, but you don't blow the whistle, so you can't even go to review it. So it's not reviewable anyways. Like, even if a coach wanted a challenge, they can't even make a challenge anyways because there was no call. Like, it just fucking sucks, man. It's like,
how they fix it? These refs need to be fined also. I think that first of all, we're not holding these refs accountable, right? I think that's a big issue because like when a player comes out and like talks about a ref and talks about
they get fined.
They get fined. You're not allowed to say anything about these guys. You can't talk to them during the game. You can't react. You can't do this. You can't do that. But yet again, they can go ahead and get away with these atrocious bullshit, horrid calls. And it goes across in every sport. Like it's the same thing happened this week in football. You know what I mean? Like the refs are horrible and they need to be held accountable. Like that tweet that came out, like you just said, like they're talking about, oh, we're sorry. Like it's gut wrenching for us to see this and not call it. It's like, bro, fuck you. What do you mean it's gut? Like, you know what I mean? Like where? Okay, so what's gonna happen now? They're gonna be blowing everything for the Lakers the next couple of days, trying to make up for it. You know what I mean? Like, I think they should be held accountable. They should be fined. If you call like this, the whole crew should be fined $10,000. Easy. Bam.
They're gonna send edible arrangements to the Lakers.
Yo.
Some flowers and chocolate.
that was an important game. That game is like beating the Celtics is a boost up for you.
And LeBron is like, bro, I'm fighting for my life out here, bro.
And I think you're missing, yo, bro. Oh man,
bro, I ain't never ever seen him act like that before, though. Bro, I have never ever seen him act like this before. This man was flabbergasted, bro.
And y'all know me, man. I'm number one LeBron hater, dog. And I'm like, y'all find me to be on LeBron's side. And like that was atrocious, man.
All right, let's move on to the next topic.
Hey, okay, if he gets three-peats that shit, I'm gonna be so upset, bro.
Bro, and they're probably gonna.
The sport is cooked. The sport is cooked. If Jokic wins MVP 3 years in a row, the sport is cooked.
So the sport is cooked.
We got look at the face of the NBA is Jokic. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why my man switched up his swag, man. That's why he buying all these suits.
I don't dress like swag, man. I'm going for 3. I gotta put some class. Oh man, that's funny. You said the sports is cooked.
The sport is cooked, bro. It's finished.
Okay, let's move on to the next topic. We're going to Chelsea's winter transfers, Mike. Soccer topic. I know that you wanted to add this one. I don't know if you wanted to. What did you want to talk about? Like, how do you feel about the new signings and Chelsea? How they're gonna look like?
Man, I personally just want to know how they keep getting away with it. I mean, obviously, there's like some.
It's the years, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
I can name it for you like now.
Yeah, some of the pundits, they or not pundits, but sports analysts, I would say, and people that work in front offices and football, they explain it and they're saying like, okay, they're able to basically bet against themselves. Like, yes, they're spending a lot of money like at once, but they're breaking it down by giving these guys super long-term deals. 7.5-year contracts, 8-year contracts, 7-year contracts. And like when you break it down, like it doesn't seem that much per year, but these guys still come in huge salaries. So they're saying like, if they pan out, like, Mudryk, he's on a 200,000 pounds a week salary, like, great. But then if he's bust, then you got a guy that's sitting there on 200,000 pounds a week, and then he's not doing anything for you. My thing is just, how can a team just keep signing fat ass checks like that in one January window? Like, and other teams are supposed to compete. Like, they just bought a whole new squad, dog. Like, a whole new squad. Like, this is some FIFA shit. Like they're just booting up a video game and they're just signing checks all willy-nilly. Like, they're about to sign Enzo Fernandez. Like, they said they didn't want to pay the release
clause. Now they're doing it.
The $120 million release clause. Now they're gonna do it. So it's like, dude, that's $120 million. They just spent.
They're gonna be nice,
dude. It's like so much money being spent, and I just don't get it. And I mean, we just heard the rumors now. Conor Gallagher is being, touted by Newcastle, and what's his name again? Hakim Ziyech for
Hakim
PSG.
Ziyech is targeted by
PSG as
PSG.
well. Some players are going to be leaving the club. Like, obviously, like they can't sustain that many wages. Like, they're going to leave. But it's just the fact that they could just go ahead and buy a whole brand new team in 30 days and just be fine. And there's no repercussions. Like, they're not going to raid their offices. They just deducted Juventus 15 points in Italy. Like, they're not going to raid
That's
their
different.
offices.
That's accounting. Like,
Something's wrong with the accounting over there, bro. Ain't no way.
Yeah, man, this guy came in. I think that's what you said. Like, when they explained to them, they gave him like a long-term contract. Let me name it for you. João Felix, I'm not gonna. Well, it's nothing. It's just 11 million, but it's just a loan deal.
Mm-hmm.
Andre Santos, 12.50 million, 7 years. He's a center mid. Malo Gusto, right back, 30 million. He's coming in June, 7 years contract. Mikhailo Mudryk, 7 million euros. He's here until 2031. He's a left wing. Benoit Badiashile, 38 million. He's gonna be until 2030. Center back. Noni Madueke, 35 million right wing. He's here until 2030. David Fofana, striker, 12 million forward. He's here for 2029. You see, all those terms are like, yeah, man.
But
they just bought a whole new package, man.
I was talking to Osama about this actually. He was telling me that isn't the UEFA trying to crack down on this actually?
That's my
We're trying to put like a cap on like the length of the contract, because this is like some baseball shit right here. Like, that's why baseball contracts, like, they seem ridiculous. You see, they'll pay like $200 million for a player, but it's like a fucking
10-year contract. Yeah,
it's like a 10-year, 12-year deal. You know what I mean? So it's like,
well, it's not against the rules.
And what makes them think that player is even gonna be like playing soccer 8 years from now? You know what I mean? Like, it's just.
I don't think they're gonna say no. It's a huge increase. Like, for example, Mudryk, he came from how many was making, Mike? Like, under 50?
For £4,000 a week.
Yeah, now he's just I'm rich. So, but at the end of the day, what they did is not against the law. So it's still, they just cheated. I mean, they found a loophole, kind of.
Arsenal was like, yo, this guy making £4,000 a week. We about to butter him up. We about to cop him for £30,000 a week. Chelsea's come like, over here with £200,000. Like, you
that's wild.
200, like, they didn't even go to 70.
Where's the financial fair play? Where is that?
Richie, they didn't even go to 70. They
they're not here to talk.
They went straight to 200.
They're not here to talk. Like,
don't get me wrong. Mudryk looks like he's worth the money. Don't get me wrong.
I think he's gonna be worth the money.
But it's like, bro, like, the dude was making $4K a week, man. Imagine going from $4K to $200,000.
The bottom now, yeah.
That's what Moise Caicedo saw that and be like, yo, I want that money.
Bro, they're giving silly money out there, man. It's monopoly money at this point, bro. Like, you mean to tell me ain't something wrong going in the accounting over there?
Listen, man. Like I said, it's
Walter White is over there cooking the books, bro. Like, the son cooking up in Chelsea, bro. Like, ain't no way. Ain't no way.
There's some suspicious shit going on.
Maybe in the future they change the rules if many other teams are doing the same thing. But like I said, guys, it's not against the rules. He just saw a loophole, and he wants to sign him right now. Waiting for June is just waiting to fight other teams. Many teams are not ready. Like Manchester United, I told you from the get-go, Mike, they're just looking for a loan deal. It was either João Felix, but they missed out. I don't think they ever wanted to go after Gakpo, because Gakpo was cheap. Maybe
they did, but they just don't have the finances for it.
No, they said, yeah, like you said, like over the summer they had a set budget. They never had a budget for winter. They just were looking for a loan deal. Many teams are not really looking to do anything this January. Like Real Madrid's not doing anything. Barcelona's not doing anything. In England, Arsenal was looking to boost their team. They got one of their players snatched, so they have a good guy that came in. Trossard is a good addition to the squad. Yeah, but it's just saying, like Chelsea, they took advantage of it. Like, okay, many teams are not gonna do much this January. We're gonna make our team right now, and then over the summer they just have to sign a striker. That's it.
But my thing is, like, if you're spending that much money, who are you going to be competing against anyways?
What do you mean? You still got to build the chemistry. Bro.
Mid-season, though? Like, with not that much practice?
Right now? Oh, you're talking about right now?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you could still wait till June if you wanted to. Like, if you're spending
you're saying who you're going to compete right now?
Like, who you're going to compete against, like, in the transfer market versus other teams.
I thought you were talking about, like, in terms of like building a super team or something.
No, because when you're looking at it, right? So, for example, like Manchester United spent what, 100 million, 70 plus 50. So they spent 220, 30 million pounds in the summer, right? Now it gets to the winter. They say they have no budget left, and they only spent 230 mil. These guys already prior to that had already spent like 250 mil, like signed and Cuckoo. Who else did they sign? They signed another player as well.
Fofana.
Yeah, they signed Fofana. They brought in a whole bunch of players already from the summer, right? And they signed in Cuckoo that's gonna be coming in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And now in this window already, they're already at 250 million pounds. Plus they're gonna spend another 120 on Enzo Fernandez. So we're talking about
the summer, maybe another.
So in January alone, we're looking at 350, close to 400 million pounds spent in just one transfer window, like from mid-December to January, like in a club. Like it's like, yo, if you're spending that type of money, like it doesn't.
Nobody's gonna compete with you.
You're not gonna come. You're competing against yourself, bro. You're bidding against yourself. Like
that's exactly what they wanted.
It's just the Caicedo thing. Like, it's like, okay, like.
This is my thought process against. Oh, sorry, you can finish, Mike.
No, go ahead. I don't really.
My thought process is that at the beginning, when I was looking at the signings, I'm like, okay, those signings left and right, they don't make any sense. But now I'm understanding. Like you said, they're just rebuilding a whole new team because they look at the squad they have right now, and they know they're not gonna win nothing with the squad. You're not gonna win anything with Mount, Gallagher, Broha. Who else? Aubameyang. I know I was missing someone. Kai Havertz, because he's anonymous lately. And obviously they were gonna add a couple players, but they're just like, it's not even to accomplish whatever they have. It's starting new.
Mm-hmm.
Then whoever could stay or gel with the team will stay. But there's gonna be a lot of departures. So they were like, okay. Like you said, they spent a lot, so that's what they don't really care who they were going to compete with. They just want a new team. That's it.
Sebastien, overall, do you like that? Do you like a team could go out there and spend 400 mil?
I mean,
shit. He was doing that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, y'all were roasting me for my manager mode. Doing
this dude had like Ronaldo, Messi.
Mike,
probably got Pele in that team too. We never knew about.
Listen, you be hearing me talking about this. First of all, I feel like Real Madrid should just take a peek at what's going on over there and just take a page from their book. I don't know what the hell we waiting on, not spending our money, not buying anybody. So hey, you know.
And
I'm a firm believer. You're a big team. You got the money. Flex your power. Flex your money. Why not?
Don't be surprised if they start if they rebuild that left side again. Like
for Madrid?
No.
Oh,
For Chelsea.
Okay.
They can do whatever the hell they want.
We ain't buying
If they don't
anything,
like it,
January. You heard Perez.
They'll buy another one if they need to. Like, that's what Chelsea will do. If they didn't work, they'll buy someone else because that's what they can do.
We got Hendricks.
That's what you can do. What's the problem?
Nah, they're gonna. I can feel like if they don't get quick results,
That kind of pisses me off. You talk about Perez. This man over here should take a page for real. Fucking buy somebody, anybody. You don't even gotta spend that. Don't spend that much money. Whoever just buy someone.
We might be broke. I don't know.
Scared money don't make no money. Like right now, Manchester United got no midfielders left on the bench, and we can't even sign somebody, man. We acting like broke boys.
Ten Hag wants
like
he wants
Ronaldo's
someone.
contract or something. Isn't that affecting y'all book still?
Who?
No,
Ronaldo's contract.
Nah, Ronaldo's contract's terminated.
Okay.
Like we saved $17 million in salary or something.
Go
like
buy
that.
somebody. That's why the
Nah,
answer
but
is so
the
simple, bro. Buy
The club
someone.
don't want to. The club don't want to, but Ten Hag wants a new guy. He wants a new player. He said it, but he said it's not up to him.
And to be fair, too, there's like Manchester United is in transition because the club is up for sale, so they don't really know what's going to happen. So I guess that's why they're a little bit timid in the transfer market. But it's like, dog, like the guy is just working miracles with the fucking shoestring squad. Like,
That's funny.
Like it's just like, dude, like everybody has to play every game now, and like he's hoping nobody gets injured. And we have a very injury-prone squad. And it's already happening with Eriksen being injured now and Martial being injured. It's like, come on, man, get him some help. Like I'm fighting for my life out here.
I know, right? You guys deserve another player.
Man.
But that midfield is gonna be tough. For Chelsea, like
please, listeners,
Enzo, Kovacic.
Let us know what y'all think about this whole Chelsea situation. I don't like it, man.
We gotta get Rodolphe in this.
I'm old school, but I don't like it because I'm gonna be crying next year when Chelsea's just dominating the league.
And that's why you don't like it. What if it was Man U? I mean, ask you a question. What if it was Man U?
Go for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get it done. Get her done.
I don't know what they're gonna do with Dennis Zakari. I don't know if he's gonna get him back, or I don't know if he has a buyback clause or something. I don't know, but
I mean, he's just on loan.
He's a loan. Yeah, I don't know if they have an option to buy. I don't know if they're interested to buy him. I don't think they need him because you have Enzo coming in if it gets a done deal, and then you have Andre Santos. They already said that he's gonna go straight to the Premier team. I mean the first team. I don't know if he's gonna start right away, but you still got Kovacic. Interested to see. Conte is gonna be out.
I mean, where Juventus is gonna end up, they're probably gonna need him because some people are gonna be leaving this summer for Juve. That's guaranteed.
The whole club might leave. Let's transition to Juventus. Actually, when you're talking about that, they lost against Monza 2-0. Fun fact: Monza beat them twice this season. But it also kind of determines also their crisis for the ongoing situation that the Italian Federation is going with Juventus. As we know, the whole board resigned last year, but it makes more sense because there was an investigation where they kind of investigate their accounting and books that they're not doing the proper things. Their office was raided, I believe, in September. So, Mike, what's your thoughts about, like, I know you wanted to speak about their crisis. They actually got punished. They got 15 points deduction. They're sitting at 13 right now. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. And they're in also financial crisis. So what's your reaction, Mike?
What's the saying, Sebastien? Fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me three times. What is it? Like, I don't know. It's like, oh, come on, man. It's like, how much cheating are you gonna do? How much cheating are you going to do, my guy? Like, what is going on with this team, bro? What is going on? Like, come on, man. Like, it wasn't even that long ago. It was like, what, 10, 12 years ago? Like, they were in the... They
got relegated to the second
13, 14 years. Yeah, 13, 14 years ago. Like, y'all had to sell y'all whole squad because y'all were doing some fraudulent shit, and y'all had to go to the second division and build back up to come back to the first division.
We're back, baby.
Back to scamming. Back to scamming. It's like, oh man, just can't get the scam out of me, baby.
Damn, you got us again.
like
I heard they
wrong?
find a book of I don't know if you know Fabio Paratici.
Yeah, the guy at Tottenham right now.
I heard they kind of find a book somewhere like when they rated, and it was kind of like the accounting was kind of fishy. It's all started with when they sold Pjanic for Artur Melo.
Which now it's like, yo, it never made sense, and now we know why.
You know why? And then there's more. And then they said also if they found more people, and if they found that the players knew about it, they might get punished as well, the players. But Chelsea, for Juventus, they're gonna start their hearings in March 27, and they're gonna appeal.
Appeal all you want. I don't see the Italian Federation really changing what already happens. But it's like, dude, like, why would you put yourself in that position? It's like, okay, like, yeah, maybe there are a few years here and there, like, you didn't make a profit. The Ronaldo situation never really made sense, but I mean, obviously he had to leave Real Madrid, so why not go to Juventus? But then you just cook up your books to, like, hide certain profits to do what? To put more money in your pockets? It's like, what's why, man? I just don't get it, especially in the tight spot that they were. They just finally really started making a comeback. How many titles did they win in the last 5 years? One? Because it was
5 years.
Yeah, because like it was what, Inter, and Milan.
Last year was in Milan.
Yeah,
the year before was Inter.
It's just, dude, it's like at this point, it's like I can't trust this club, man. Like, why would I go play? Why would I go play over there? It's like I just know
as a player.
As a player, like, why would you want to go play over there? Like, there's a.
Do you think that affects Zidane maybe coming in to coach them?
Ain't Pogba just signed a contract over there?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he's there. He's actually came back this weekend, but he didn't play. They left
he was
him
on
off
the
bench. Yeah. Also, that kind of affects it when you're talking about Pogba, Sebastien. It's gonna kind of affect any future signings because they don't know what's gonna happen.
Exactly. And now, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say briefly. They reported in September 254 million lost in euros. So they're gonna have to dig their academy.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, dude, like now they lose 15 points on the board. Now they're what, 10th or 11th in the league, or 12th?
They're 13 because they lost this weekend.
See,
against Monza.
So, and the way that this team has been performing all season, I don't see them getting to that top 6 spot where they're even going to qualify for that whatever Europa,
not even
the conference Europa League, whatever it is. That doesn't even pay that much anyways. So
how much do you think they give them? 20K?
If that. If that. So now going into the summer, you're going to have to offload some of your better players again. I mean, Weston McKennie just left. It's a loan deal, but
he's going back to USA.
It's
like, what is up with these guys? Like,
I mean, he got some American friends over there, so who knows? It could work out. But Leeds is probably going to make the deal a permanent thing come summertime because he's a quality player anyway. So hopefully it works out for him. I'd like to see him in the Premier League. But yeah, and then Pogba, it's like, I hate to pile on a player, especially like because he's had injuries, but it's like now I kind of feel justified. Like, he never really did anything for Manchester United anyways. Like, even though
don't say that.
We played him out of position or whatever, but it's like, I feel a little vindicated, Richie. I ain't gonna lie, man. I feel a little vindicated. But it just, as a player, as a coach, not knowing what really goes on behind the scenes with these guys, like if they're actually doing what's in the best interest of the club, or if they're being like, old FIFA heads like Michel Platini, just making their pockets fatter. Like, why would you want to go to that club, man? I wouldn't. Like, I wouldn't. Like, the only thing that maybe, like, when they went back to when they went to the second division, when they got relegated, like, certain players really love the history of the club and stuff like that. And they want to sign for them, and they want to play for them, because at the end of the day, even if they went to the the second division, they could still offer better wages because they're that much of a bigger club than everybody else in Italy. So, they were still able to offer better wages. Del Piero stayed at the club at the time.
I think Trezeguet stayed also.
Yeah. So some players still stayed with them to help them to get back to the first division. But in this situation,
probably scoops him some money also on the low. Be like, hey.
more than likely. More than likely.
Because I think Del Piero was close to going to Real Madrid, if I'm not mistaken.
A lot of players. So I don't know, man. But Sebastien, what do you have to say about this situation, man? Do you think you got anything to say about this Juve situation?
I think they were probably under pressure, but go, Sebastien.
I don't have much to say about it. I think they're frauds. It smells. If it looked like a duck, it walked like a duck, it quacked like a duck. It's probably a duck. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's just not the first time. And even someone who doesn't even pay attention to that much soccer like me, I know that. So I just feel bad. I feel bad for Pogba because y'all know I'm a big fan of that guy. He's just gonna rot over there and die. So it's just unfortunate, but whatever.
No, they'll probably magically come back with more money and stuff like that, and they'll be right on track for the next 10 years. We're back.
You think that's why they haven't fired Allegri, because
it's too expensive? Yo, they're very in financial crisis. Firing Allegri, you're gonna lose a lot of money. Now you're gonna have to hire a new coach and pay Allegri with his remaining of his contract. You can't. They're in jail right now. Literally. Double entendre. Because they're going to jail. Because they're literally going to jail. So you can't really fire Allegri. And then they said that in the reports also for Serie A. Don't even worry about Allegri out. It's not gonna happen.
I'm so sad that Pavel Nedved is involved in this whole thing, man.
Yeah, man.
A guy I looked up to, man. It's just making your pockets fat. I wonder if I was in that situation, I would have been like, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, cook the books. Give me some books.
I think what happened
give me some more money.
There's so much in financial crisis, and then certain things has to be done, and there's so much pressure to be like, someone has to be like, yo, listen, we're gonna have to do this and this. But it comes back to bite you when you get rated like that, and you leave some books on the table. So yeah, so it is what it is.
Listen, man. As long as Vlahovic or Osimhen ends up in a United jersey,
either one is gonna be good for you. But if I'm you, I'll go with the Napoli guy. He's fierce, man. You need that. All right, let's move on to the last topic. Very short topic. I think we all can speak about it because we all support that team. What are the chances of Real Madrid winning any competition this season? So far they're remaining in the Champions League, La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the World Cup clubs. What are chances they win any of these?
Did they win the Super Cup? Right?
No, they lost against Barcelona.
No, the Europa.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, I see what you're
Super
talking
Cup.
about against Frankfurt.
Oh, okay, at least we won one trophy. Thank God. Mm-hmm.
All right. So that question is not even good anymore.
But it was in the summer though. So
okay, we forget about it. But what are the chances they win any other competition?
Sebastien, you want to start as the optimistic guy of the group?
I'm gonna say. I was gonna say, don't. Yeah, I don't want to hear y'all being so down because as much shit as I talk about the team, there's some kind of I don't know what it is. If it's some kind of voodoo or what kind of prayer they said. Perez, who I don't know who he paid. He ain't buying players. His money going somewhere. Something's going on. Okay, something's going on.
Hey, that's true. You ain't paying players. Where the money going?
Somehow, some way. We still in it, baby. We in every single we in all the tournaments. We have a chance to make it as far as they want to be. I think that health is our biggest concern, honestly. If we're healthy, I think we can beat anybody. I don't give a damn. So it's just at that point, as long as everyone's healthy, I think we have a chance, but clearly that's not the case. But I think Champions League for sure, we definitely have a chance. I don't care who they throw us against.
I'll say it. To me, honestly, with the squad what we have, and then like you said, with the way we're playing right now, I think there are best chances. The best chance of winning something is the Copa del Rey. Because I feel like we're gonna go into something in La Liga and Champions League. We might beat Liverpool, which puts us with more games, but I don't think we're gonna win the Champions League. Because I feel like in order to win the Champions League, you gotta create goals, and we're not creating much. I don't see how we're gonna create. And our defense is weak. Not only that, it's weak because we have injuries, but a lot of those guys, well, Alaba's gonna come back, but even our backups are injured, and Soloti has never used any academy players or any other guys. Nacho doesn't provide much, like using the width of the field. So Real Madrid has to play a different way where Benzema drops, Kus and Modric plays a little bit deeper. It's just a weird way we're playing right now. We're not creating much. So I think the best chances of winning something to me is the Copa del Rey. But like Sebastien said, this team is suddenly can come back and then play some good 90 minutes and win anything. But to me, I'll say the realistic is Copa del Rey.
Yeah, I'll be the Debbie Downer of the crew.
Say nothing.
I mean, it don't look like, it ain't looking like it, bro. It ain't looking like it, bro.
Listen, even La Liga, I feel like we have a chance to.
I mean, we're what,
We
6
keep
points?
dropping.
We're 6
5
points
points.
behind. 5 points
5
behind
points
Barcelona.
Appointed
I mean-
important week this week. I think Real Madrid Barcelona's plays Betis, Sevilla.
We play, even if Barca never loses another game, we play them again, don't we? So there's a chance for us to make it right. So as long as they draw a couple games and we keep winning, and then I believe there's another Clásico coming up, like
There's another. Yeah, it's coming up in March.
March, right? Yeah. So there you go. I think we have a chance to give him that second loss, but we got to do our part. So
Yeah, I mean, like Sebastien said as well, health is a huge concern of the squad. We started Camavinga at left back for God's sakes this past game. It's just, and like Sebastien is saying, man, it's like, bro, like, can I get some help? Like, if Benzema gets injured, which already happened this season, like, who is the backup striker? If Vinicius gets injured, who replaces him? Hazard gets injured by sitting on the bench. For fuck's sakes, man. Like, the team is thin on that bench is so thin.
it's funny that you mentioned his name, because when I think about the team, I never even think he's there. You know?
But the thing is that Real Madrid should have included a lot of some players from the Castilla along the season, but they never did. So now you're like kind of like you don't want to put them in certain situations. Like, for example, Tobias could have helped in the right back position, but you never played him. So you can't just put him in any games like that. We're in the second half of the season. It's tough to just will someone into like, going to this level to this level.
Exactly. And those games are high pressure.
And like
every
I said,
game matters.
And there's many players playing different. Like Valverde is not playing the same way like he was playing.
Yeah, it seems like everybody came back from the World Cup just a little bit worse.
Yeah.
Like Vinicius doesn't have the same form that he started with at the beginning of the year. The only guy that looks just like he's better, Rodrigo.
Yeah.
Like he just looked like he just took another step. And like he's the only thing that he has to add to his game now is consistency. Yeah. And like he should be a starter, and he'll probably lock down the right hand side like you wanted him to, because you don't like Valverde playing on that
Nah, I told you, like his best position is playing in the midfield. Tchouaméni's not here, so a lot of interceptions are not been happening. The track back he does. He's an important player also. And then our defense is different, so it's not the same. So we're playing a different way because the shape is changing because of stuff we're not able to do. Like Nacho is not able to provide width, so we're not really using that. Every time we get to the right back position, we track it back or find someone in the midfield. Camavinga added a little bit more width to this game versus Mendy, so he was able to overlap and create more spaces for Vinicius sometimes. But yeah, man, I don't know. We have a weird ship now.
Alaba is injured, but like you said, I think we could beat Liverpool the way Liverpool has been playing this year, the way Salah has been playing. I'm not afraid of Liverpool whatsoever. I think Real Madrid's going to turn him inside out. Doesn't matter who Mariano could be starting for Real Madrid.
Nah, you bugging, bro.
Bro,
Not him. Not him.
You're
Not
bugging,
him.
bro. Nah, bro.
Liverpool
I want to say
sucks.
something though. I've been liking how Sebastien playing too. He's playing very with a lot of confidence.
I mean, he's always been a quality player. It's just the fact that like there's no
Yeah,
space.
but I always tell you guys that
There's no space at Madrid.
Yeah, without rhythm or like having
Playing time,
you could be very talented, but when you get those little like 85 minutes, you're gonna be trash.
See, that's the part that kind of baffles me though. Like, I don't want to hear that bullshit.
What do you mean? You gotta practice you gotta be playing to be better.
Bro, listen. I agree, but you know, like again, that's part of being professional. Your role is to come off the bench. I'm not gonna like bench my better guy because I want to give you minutes. You know what I mean? Unless I'm not playing for anything. That's why unless we're up like 2-0. But if it's a competitive game, if you're not showing me enough to even start you to begin with, and when I'm playing, you're complaining, talking about, oh, well, I don't play enough. So now that while you're playing now, the complaint is about not enough playing time, and the playing time they do get, they don't do shit with it. Perfect example, Mariano. Every single time I saw Mariano playing on the fucking pitch, it was for nothing. It was for nothing. And even in the situations for nothing. When he was sitting there doing something, he didn't do shit. He didn't do nothing with his
Mariano catching heat for not even playing, bro. That's crazy.
There's a reason why he's not playing. I'll never forget this shit. The motherfucker had the audacity. Actually, you know what? I don't even think it's audacity. He was right. He should have never given his number 7 jersey to this man Hazard.
Who?
Mariano.
Oh, he had it before?
Yeah.
He didn't want to give it to Hazard. He didn't want to give up the jersey. They were like, oh, they made him give the jersey the second Hazard came. They forced him to give the jersey.
Damn.
He probably over here like, look, for what?
He gave him bad luck.
For what? You know what?
Well, yeah, man. I don't know. It's looking tough. Who do they play next round in Copa del Rey?
Barcelona.
Oh, that's the final?
No. Semifinal.
Damn, bro.
It's 2 legs though. It's home and away.
You play Barca next?
Yeah, in the Copa del Rey.
Oh my goodness.
And that's our best chances to me for winning a championship. I mean, I said championship.
Another trophy.
No, that's not. You had that one wrong then. No.
No, I mean, I think that Barcelona is gonna find them situations also. If they beat Manchester United, they're gonna have a couple games as well where they're gonna get deep in the Europa League. And fatigue is going to be a factor. I think those are one of those competitions that you might snatch away in 2 legs. It's not 1 leg, it's 2 legs. So, yeah.
We'll see what happens, man. But it's looking real tough.
Yeah, looking good, man.
It's looking.
When is that?
Tough.
When is that game?
When is that game?
Yeah,
it's to be determined, right?
I know exactly what date it is, but let me give me 1 second.
Because I was checking.
I don't see it on the. I don't see it on the schedule.
Because I was checking ESPN earlier.
Dang, you guys don't have the right schedules. It's on March 1st and April 5th.
Okay.
There's no time though.
No time. So it was TBD. Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap up, guys. It was cool topics. Let's get to the last segment. What's up with that? 30 seconds. Quick reaction about a couple transfers, Mike. Sebastien, if you want to dive into some of them, you can let me know. But very, very briefly, let me get you one that I know you would want to go before. 30 seconds answers, guys. What's up with that? Let's start with rate the NBA refs this year.
I got to rate them.
Yeah.
What scale? 1 to 10?
You could put negative if you want to. We could start with negative 10 to 10.
Should I go? Can I go?
Yeah, go ahead. You got it. 30 seconds.
I'm going to give them a 10 because that's what they're asking for. That's what they're looking for. They clearly want to be the superstars. They want to be the show. They want it to be about them. Clearly, that's all it is. Because clearly, when I see a guy going over there doing a through-the-leg yam, bam, or a step-back 3, that's not good enough. I got to see the ref on TV. I feel like these guys want their names known, and it is what it is. Like I said, it should be held accountable. Yeah.
Mike,
put him in jail. Jail him.
30 seconds, Mike.
I guess I'd go with 2. I can't top what Sebastien just said, man. The refs have just been horrible this year, man. It's just so bad. Like, they're detracting from the game. Like, again, like Sebastien said, it's not about you, bro. Like, get your emotions out of the game. You're supposed to be impartial. Referee the game how it's supposed to be refereed.
All right, 30 seconds. Cancelo on loan to Bayern Munich. You woke up and you're probably like, what? What's your reaction? 30 seconds. 1.
I think it's expected in a sense because he looked super depressed and unhappy. I don't know if there's something going on between him and Guardiola, but he hasn't been playing much lately. So yeah, go get some playing time.
Yeah, he started 3 of the last 10 games, and then he had a couple heated arguments, according to the reports. And Guardiola kind of hinted a couple players that he was not happy with them after the World Cup that are not in their body language. I think Foden is one of them because we haven't seen Foden too much too as well. Škriniar to PSG. 30 seconds. Does that move the needle?
Sebastien didn't say anything about Cancelo.
Sebastien, you want to Cancelo going to Bayern Munich? 30 seconds. You care about that?
Good for him.
Sebastien give us a thumbs up. Škriniar to PSG. Does that move the needle on the defense right now? Do they need to kind of purple patch Mr. Ramos kind of shell of himself right now?
I mean, yeah, it's like a aging defense. Škriniar is like one of the best defenders in the world. Physical, great with his feet. I mean, to a certain extent, I would say like he's top 10, top 15 to defense center backs in the world. So yeah, good for them, man. Again, but like you said, they're lacking midfield depth.
That's true. Sebastien, do you care about who Škriniar is?
I don't know who is that.
He's like a center back that plays for Inter Milan, and so he's at his last year of his contract. He wants to move to PSG. Obviously, he's gonna get more money.
Richy, don't give me no news about PSG unless it's when they're sending my boy.
Mbappe, it's okay, man.
Until they're sending my boy.
Have you ever seen that video? The guy, I don't know which podcast it is. He was talking about Mbappe. He said, Mbappe. Yeah. I don't know. It's 2 guys. Like they're funny. But yeah, that was it, guys. Yeah, I have nothing for you guys.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta listen to some more shits and gigs. I haven't listened to them in a few weeks.
Who's that? That
was funny.
The podcast.
James. Motherfuckers are funny, man. I put Mike on and he ain't never let it go ever since.
They were getting tucked in, James. They were getting tucked in.
Have you seen their little clips on Instagram?
No, I've never watched their Instagram clips.
Oh, yo, bro, you gotta like just follow like the page, and then like you'll see like they'll have like the funniest moments on there where they're like just like Twitter moments or whatever. Like they make videos of those too, because I guess they do like it's on YouTube or whatever the other platform that they be talking about people telling people to go watch it on.
Because I haven't listened to them since Manchester United started doing good, and one of them is a Manchester United fan. So
yeah, the black one's a Man U fan. Yeah.
Damn, there's a Lakers Nets game. You guys didn't tell me about
TNT. That's just I've been watching it this whole time.
My bad.
You just seen Beverly flopping earlier. You see it behind it. No, that's not. That is what's on my screen. No.
That's just some highlights.
Nah, Mike. Like, yeah, you got some wild. Like, there was a Bobo dunk right there and behind you. I almost screamed. Shit was crazy. Yo, isn't it wild? But I saw top 10. I'm like, oh, it's not like.
Isn't it wild how Bobo was like, kind of like balling to start the season, and like they're like basically like dropping him out of the rotation almost, damn near.
Oh, in Denver or right now where he is?
No, in Orlando.
In Orlando. Yeah, he's been balling in the beginning of the season.
I had him on my fantasy roster, man. That man was balling for me, and I'm like, oh, am I gonna have to drop the African monster? And I did, because he ain't doing shit lately.
Oh well. All right, that was episode 47, I Like Une Sports podcast. You can catch us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We had Sebastien and Mike with us. Any last words, guys, to the fans?
Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. You're gonna see us.
They wild. They're wilding. Like, Mike, You were in Manhattan. Did you see the Empire State with the green thing for real?
Nah, you know what? I went to catch the Long Island Railroad too to go back home. I didn't check that out. I just saw it on Twitter afterwards, and
I hope it's fake because that's crazy.
Everybody just
that's hella dick riding. I'm not even gonna lie.
Came from the women workers, bro. That's like all politics. We had nothing to do with that.
Everybody in the quote tweet saying like, "Yo, the dick riding crazy."
Crazy. Yo, no.
Especially after y'all lost to us last week.
Yeah,
like damn.
Like, congrats, but that's extreme. We can't be doing that.
I did not see it.
I ain't never seen y'all act
I
like
know
this
Jalen
before.
Brunson was hype. Probably was Jalen Brunson. But yeah. All right, guys. Episode 47. Peace.
Peace.